positive outcome following dog attacks. By James Poyner. An incident in October 2024, where a number of livestock were lost following dog attacks in Wonga Park, has had a positive outcome following the successful prosecution of those responsible at the Ringwood Magistrates Court on May 8, 2025. Warrandyte resident and retired barrister Kerry Nichol, who acted as a community liaison between Warrandyte and Wonga Park residents and Manningham Council, contacted the MNN Bulletin to discuss the outcome of the case. Mr Nichol provided the following statement, which outlines the particulars of the case and the outcome of the hearing. The two German Shepherd dogs that belong to an owner of a property in Jumping Creek Road, abutting the state park, and managed by the resident caretaker of the property, had initially been seen chasing wildlife, more particularly kangaroos, within the state park during October 2024 at dusk and early evening. Subsequently to this, a number of livestock, particularly sheep, up to 16 in number and which were mainly family pets, were either killed or mutilated by the dogs and had to be euthanized as a consequence. The attacks ceased when the dogs were seized by Manningham City Council on October 18, 2024. And subsequently, Council brought charges against both the owner and the caretaker of the dogs under the provisions of the Domestic Animals Act 1994. A meeting of approximately 50 concerned residents occurred on October 27, 2024, with a view to coordinating resources and inquiries and assisting the Council where possible in relation to the prosecution of the charges against the owner and the caretaker of the dogs. The hearing of the charges proceeded as follows. The matter of the caretaker who was in control of the two German Shepherds that were involved in a number of livestock attacks last year was heard at the Ringwood Magistrates Court on May 8, 2025. The matter against the caretaker was heard ex parte, and he was found guilty and convicted on 12 charges of attack causing serious injury/death and 8 charges of at large outside the owner's premises. He received an aggregate penalty of $9,000. The dogs have also been declared dangerous under the Domestic Animal Act 1994. The dogs will remain in council custody until the conditions and requirements of the declaration are in place and inspected by officers. Council will then conduct inspections of the property and housing as required. The charges against the owner have been adjourned to a future date, pending compliance by the owner of all the requirements pertaining to the dangerous dogs declarations, whereupon the charges will be dismissed. This was a very satisfactory result obtained by the Council and its officers, as it is very unlikely, having regard to the onerous restrictions imposed in relation to dogs that are declared dangerous, that there will be any recurrence of the events of late last year. It is also a salient warning to all dog owners to ensure their animals are under complete control when outside the property in which they are housed. Under the Act, dangerous dogs are required to be microchipped, desexed, wear a special collar, and muzzled when outside the owner's dwelling or the animal's enclosure. The owner must also erect appropriate signage and ensure the animal is contained within a dwelling or outdoor enclosure in a way that the animals cannot be accessed without the assistance of someone on the premises. If you see a dangerous or unconfined animal in Manningham, please report it by calling 9840 9333. Calls outside of office hours will be redirected to Council's after-hours team, or email manningham@manningham.vic.gov.au. In Nillumbik, call 9433 111 between 8:30am and 5pm, Monday to Friday, excluding public holidays, or Nillumbik Council's emergency after-hours number 9433 334.